Hello, hello, everybody. It's 9 o'clock. It's Power Hour time. Hi, my name is Amy Starr Allen, and welcome to the Power Hour. I see a bunch of you guys jumping on here. We've got Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Timothy. Hi, Timothy. Woot woot, Jim Hall. Taria. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Taria's first time here. Super excited about that. Welcome to you. Jason's here. Hi, Jason. John. So good. So good to see you guys. So welcome to the Power Hour. My name is Amy Starr Allen, and I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. We have a great session planned for you tonight. So this is my Funnel Builder series part 2. So if you were on with us last week, you saw that I did a training about how to build a video page in less than 5 minutes. And really, I decided to do this series. I'm not sure exactly how many weeks this is going to go for yet, but doing a series to demonstrate just some of the features of my favorite, and I know a lot of the people here's favorite funnel building, page building platform on the planet, the HBA Funnel Builder. And it's such an amazing tool. And by the way, before I forget, I just want to let you know, if you're here for the first time, there is a button below this video that you can learn more about the funnel builder, but I would suggest doing that after the training. But what I will say about this tool is that it is a game changer in business. And if you have a business and you're building any type of a business online, you really have to have this type of a tool. But this one is different. And it's different for a lot of reasons, which is why I decided to do this series to just kind of showcase some of the things that make it exceptional. And one of the things that I like to mention each time that makes it exceptional is the price, because there are a lot of page builder platforms out there. And I've used most of them. There's a lot more than I've used, but I've used most, if not all of the really big name, most popular ones. I've been marketing online for 16 years, and I've used a lot of different tools. And I'm not saying anything negative about any of them. There's a lot of really good tools out there. But this one was changed the game for me. And I know for a lot of us here, because it has all of the features that any of the other ones have, plus other features that most of the other ones don't have, or combinations of things that we've never seen before. And to top it off, the price is ridiculously less than anything else on the marketplace, even though it does more. So, the price for this funnel builder that we all use is only $25 a month. And with it, we can do things like build all kinds of different pages that we can use to market our businesses. Last week I talked about video pages, but we can build lead capture pages. We can build membership sites. We can use a scheduler so people can book appointments with us online. There's so many things that this thing can do that on a lot of other platforms, we would be paying a lot more for the different features that we have available to us here at no extra charge. Everything is included for $25 a month. So just to give you an example, for membership site platforms, or to be able to build your own products and have checkout pages where people can purchase the products and then get access to them on a site, which is basically the same thing as a membership site, right? You don't get access to the product unless you pay for it, and then you get access to it. So usually for platforms that do this type of thing, they range from, for those capabilities, to not just build pages, but to host products and take payments and all of the things, membership sites. Usually those types of platforms range from $150 to $300 per month. And we can do all of that and everything else that we can do here for only $25 a month. So I just want to say that right up front, because I think you're going to be pretty blown away by the time I'm done going through this series and showing you guys just some of the different features. Every week when I teach different things, I always use this funnel builder as what I do all my demos in, because it's what I use in my business. And sometimes I try to go, I start to go off on a tangent and try to show some of the different things that it can do. And what I found is that it takes way too much time. Um, I try to keep these trainings to an hour, which almost almost never happens. I'm trying to get better about that. But I decided that it would be better to just do little chunks of the different features in separate sessions, because they are all worthy of being showcased, because there's so many, incredible features that this builder has. So, like I said, last week I showed you how to, was the first session of this series, and I showed you how to create video pages. I showed you all these different things that you can do with video pages, and I showed you how with this builder you can build video pages in under 5 minutes, a long under 5 minutes in most cases. And so tonight is going to be session number 2, and tonight we're going to talk about how to customize your pages to match your brand using global styling. So I'm going to show you how to customize your pages and your funnels all at once using your own fonts and colors, so that you don't have to reinvent your pages every time. You don't have to, every time you create a new page or a new funnel, you don't have to go in and redo it all. Like, you can make it look the way that you want to look. You can add your colors, you can add your fonts ahead of time, so that it's really, really easy to just have your funnels automatically represent your brand right out of the box, so that each time you have to go create something new, all you have to do is kind of, tweak it and edit the text for the specific purpose, but you'll already have your colors and fonts ready to go in there. So I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. And this is a feature of the funnel builder that's called global styling, meaning global, meaning you set the styling and it works across all of the pages that you build. And it's not set in stone. It doesn't mean that if you set up colors and fonts in your global styling that you can't change them if you create a certain page where you want it to look different. I actually just did that. As a matter of fact, I wanted my buttons to be a different color than my buttons are on all my other pages or whatever. You can easily change it. So don't be afraid that if you set up your global styling, then everything is set in stone. It's not. It's just a way to make it a lot easier, just to have everything handy, to have all of your colors in your color palette handy, so that you can easily access them in your fonts, and you can set the page width and all of that stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm also going to give you some really cool tips about, we got some questions. We do inside of this is the HBA Funnel Builder that I'm teaching on tonight. And just by the way, if you're using another platform and you have no intention of switching, it's totally fine, because in all of these trainings that I do, a lot of what I'm going to teach you can be applied to any platform. I don't know how many platforms have global styling, but what I do know is that some of the tips and tricks I'm going to teach you tonight about coming up with your color palette and stuff, like, those can be used no matter what you're using, what platform you're using. So I encourage you to show up for this series, even if you're using a different platform, because you're still going to learn some cool stuff. And, you might decide that, wow, for $25, it makes sense for me to move over to this funnel builder or add it to my arsenal of tools, because it just makes sense, for the price. And then the other cool thing about it that I was just about to say is you get access to this incredible community. A lot of the folks that I'm seeing here in the chat are regulars that are part of our amazing online community in the Home Business Academy. Again, this is the HBA Funnel Builder, meaning Home Business Academy Funnel Builder. So when you become, if you purchase the Funnel Builder for $25, you get plugged into our community, and we have the most amazing community on the planet. And then for our premium members, we do a mastermind every Monday night where we do a marketing mastermind, and we we mastermind on all kinds of different marketing strategies. But once a month, we also do a mastermind for everybody that owns the funnel builder, and we go specifically into different things about the funnel builder and answer questions if people have, or showcase really cool funnels that people are building. And it's a really good way to also learn more about this incredible product. But one of the things that has come up a couple times was some questions about, I don't know if Nate's here tonight, but I remember he asked a question about how to come up with color schemes for your pages. So if you don't already have your brand color palette, I'm going to show you some ideas about how to find some colors that you can use that will work really well together. So we're going to cover that tonight as well. Let me take a sip of water, and I'm going to check the comments, see who's here. And then I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get going. Let's see. We got Luke. Hey, Luke. Nate. Love this funnel builder. Ready for another great training tonight. Yay, Nate, you're here. Good. Because I actually had you in mind for this training, because I know that you were wanting some of this. I was going to answer some of your questions tonight. Hello from John. Hi, Anthony. All right. Awesome. Let me take a sip of water. And again, I tend to go really fast because I'm trying to fit everything in to an hour. And so just know that this replay will be available. It'll be on this page for a week until I go live again next week. So if you can't keep up, or you feel like there's something you need to go back and watch again, no worries. This will be here for you. So that's the beauty of video. You can go back and watch the replay, and you'll have the ability to pause it and implement and watch and pause and implement at your own pace. Okay, so just know that I might go a little bit fast, and also know that you can put your questions in the comments. And while I'm sharing my screen, I'm not always going to necessarily have my eye on the comments, but I will come back to them from time to time to see if anyone has any questions or feedback, comments. All right, so let me share my screen. Nate says, heck yeah, glad I'm here. Color schemes, haha. Yeah, I know you had a question about this. You actually inspired tonight's training. And that's how this whole community rolls. That's how our founders roll. A lot of the additions that have been added to our funnel builder have come from suggestions. And that's just how we roll here. So when I know that there's people wondering about certain things in our community, I'm like, well, I'll just devote an hour to really diving deep into that. So awesome. Kathleen's here. Hey, Kathleen. All right. So I'm assuming you guys can see my screen. If somebody could confirm that would be awesome. Okay. Timothy's saying yes. I'm assuming that means yes, you can see my screen. Okay. So inside of the funnel builder, this is the funnel builder that you're seeing on my screen. And so inside of our funnel, these are just a bunch of funnels that I have, right? But not specific to any funnel. What we have is what's called global styling. So over here where this little paintbrush is, if you click on that, see how it says global styling? So what happens is when you click on it, this little box pops up, and you have all of these different ways that you can add global styling. And see how it says changing the global settings will affect the styling on all pages. So this is what's really nice about this is we can just set this up, and then it'll just automatically apply to all of our pages. And then if we don't want it on a certain page, we can just change it on that specific page. But it just makes it a lot easier to be able to have, like, use the templates that are in the HBA funnel builder. And when we like upload a template, it just automatically like puts our fonts and colors and stuff on automatically, and then we can tweak as needed. So in here, we can, if you click on text, you can see that, and here we have desktop and mobile. So we can set these global settings for desktop and mobile separately, which is really cool too. So like if you want a different font on mobile than you want on desktop, or whatever, different colors or different sizes, we can adjust that all here. So here we're on desktop, and you can see, like, for heading 1, I have railway as my default text for all of the different headings, but you could literally have a different font for all of these if you wanted to. And you can see this is a page that's loaded in right now. You can see, like, this font that's here is railway. That's my default font. But if you click to edit, you can see that this is 42 pixels, but I can just slide this and make it whatever size I want for heading 1. I'm going to leave it at 42. And then letter spacing, line height. So you can just slide these and adjust it however you want. The text color. So like if you want all your heading 2s to be a different color, you can set that here. You know, if I click on it, it'll allow me, these are my theme colors, and I'm going to show you how to set those in a second. And then up here is where we would put in whatever font we want. And I'm going to show you how you can add your own fonts as well. So you can literally come down, you can leave these as the default. I don't remember what the default font is. I think it might be like Open Sans or something, but I changed mine to Railway. And then you can come and you can edit each one, each heading, and quotes also has a font and a size and everything. So you can edit each of these to be however you want, so that anytime you select heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, whatever, it's automatically going to add it at the size that you want. And then again, if I click on mobile, you'll see here's the same page on mobile, but I have Open Sans on mobile. But like if I want to change the size, you know, in mobile, I can change the size in mobile without it affecting desktop, because these are separate global settings. So this makes it really easy to change the settings on one, you know, get mobile to look exactly the way that you want it and get desktop to look exactly the way that you want it, because you can adjust them completely separately. Okay, so that's text. Now we're going to come to add fonts. So here it's going to show you your fonts. Now you can have, I don't want that one. You can have 8 fonts loaded at a time. So you can add fonts that are already in the system, or you can upload custom fonts. As you can see, I have a couple custom fonts uploaded here because I just created a funnel recently that I wanted to use these fonts on. So if you download fonts from any free sources on the internet, or you purchase fonts, anything that you have like saved on your computer, you can upload them into the funnel builder and use them in here. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. But if you want to add fonts that are already built into the funnel builder, check this out. You just click on add fonts and look how many fonts are in here. There are literally hundreds of fonts. I mean, look, I'm only like this far down. Do you see all these? So there's literally like anything you could possibly want is already in here. If you want to, you know, create a cool like script font that you're going to use like as your logo or whatever, I'm going to show you how to do that. But like you can literally just, you know, like let's say I want to add rock salt. There it is. Now it's one of my fonts. And then if you want to upload a custom font, this is where you would upload a custom font. And I'm going to actually do a demo of that in a little bit. I just want to first finish going through showing you how to do this. So once you have your fonts in place, when you're building a page, when you go to change the font anywhere on your page, whatever the 8 fonts are that you have loaded in here, these are what are going to be, you're going to be able to select when you're building your pages. All right, so you would just click confirm if you change anything. And then, so that was add fonts. Now we're going to come to color palette. All right, Nate, listen up. So in your color palette is where you can select your primary color, which this funnel builder will take this color and use it says in all major places. It's kind of selective, but a lot of like your buttons will be this color, and depending on which template you choose, it'll fill in the color in a bunch of places. Some templates it doesn't, but a lot of them it does. So your primary color is the most important. So this is the same color that I have as the primary color on my website. So I chose this as the primary color in my funnel builder because then everything matches, right? So this is your primary color, and then you get 4 more colors. And if you know anything about color palettes, typically there are 5 colors. So this works out really well because you load your primary color, and then you load your secondary colors. And now these colors are all available for you to use really easily, just, like on the fly. They're just there in your palette when you're building pages, and you don't even have to think about it. You never have to go search for the color code, the hex code ever again. So like if I click on this, you can see this code right here. This is the hex code of my primary color, and I have it loaded in here, and you can see it right here. And then for each of these colors, you'll see if you click on it, there it is. So if I want it, and you'll see my global colors right here, these are my 5 colors, but you can have whatever 5 colors here that you want. I'm going to show you how to find some really cool color schemes in a second. And then it has all these other colors down here that you can choose from. And you can also put in a code anytime you want to use a color that doesn't show up at all on this palette. But what's nice about having these global colors is if you want to be consistent and you want everything just to be like really easy to set up and look really good because the colors jive together or whatever, like you just leave them loaded into your color palette, and then it makes building pages so much easier because you don't have to keep adding color codes in every time you want to change a color on a page. Okay, so this is where you add those. And then your background color, I have white for my background by default on my pages, and then my main text color is black, but maybe you don't want black as your main text color, so you can change that. So we have background, main text color, and then your 5 colors in your color palette. All right, so this is where you add these. And now I'm going to go into more detail and show you like how to use these on your pages, but I just wanted to show you how the global styling works first. Website layout, you can determine how wide you want your page to be. And then for layout style, you can choose full width or boxed. And again, this is going to apply to all of your pages that you build. So you don't have to mess with it each time you build a page. And then page styling, this is like if you want to add see how this says these styles affect only the page you're currently working on. So the page styling, again, it's called page styling, not global styling. So this is a way that you can add a background image that will show up on the entire page rather than having to do it block by block. So it's a really easy way to add a background image on an entire page. And I'm going to show you this as well. Or you can add a background color for the entire page, and you can do that right here. So, so that is what we have inside of global styling. So, all right. Let me think how I want to do this first. All right, I think what I'll do is I will first show you what it looks like with my colors and how they show up in the templates and stuff. And then I'll show you how to find some really cool colors to use. The other thing I want to show you is that the other really cool thing about this funnel builder is that like if you have clients, I work with clients, it's really cool because I'm an admin, like for one of my clients, I can toggle between my stuff and her stuff. So if I come into her account, you'll see her global settings. Like this is what, you know, her stuff looks like. This gold and this like turquoise is her, the same as her website and everything. So we use this on all of her stuff. So in her global styling, if I come to her color palette, you'll see these two colors. This is her primary color, so it automatically does this to her buttons, and it'll add the gold in certain places, or if it doesn't, I can easily like change out the text to this. So anyway, if you have more than one account or you're working with a client's account, I build pages for Kelly, so I have her account here, and I can just toggle back and forth between my stuff and her stuff really easily, which is amazing. Another thing I love about this builder so much. And that way people, you know, if you're building stuff for your clients, you don't have to log in to a separate account for them. You can just have it added to yours. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So if you go to add new step and click on page, this is how you're going to build a new page. And then we have all of these different template categories that you can select from. For this demonstration, I'm going to select lead generation. And so there's all these different templates that you can use to generate leads. And you can see that they all have their own color schemes, right? They're all kind of different. But let me show you how cool this is. So you see how like this one, it looks like it's like the colors, you see how this button is like an orange and whatever. Well, when I click on preview, do you see how it automatically like it puts my color, my primary color. This is also one of my colors. It changed it out. So it takes my colors and swaps them in automatically. And that way I can still change it if I don't like how they look when it shows up that way. But at least even when I'm previewing stuff, I can see what it's going to look like with my colors. So this is another one that's got like that orange, but look when I preview it, do you see how it puts my my color in here, right? So that's because I have it set up in my global settings. And you can see it has Railway font, all of my stuff. Like this is not normally Railway in the normal template, but because I have Railway set up as my default font in my global settings, that's how it shows up. Let me show you another one. Boom, see this? It didn't look like that when we were scrolling through the templates. I don't know if you saw that. Let me show you. See how it's like, it's a different color scheme, but it automatically puts in my colors. So in all these different places. So this just makes it really easy to just create pages and have your colors automatically loaded in. All right. So let me select this real quick. Oops. Okay. Let me select this, and I'm going to create a page just so I can kind of show you how this works. Okay, so when we load in a page, you can see that it has changed the, put my color in these different places. So let me show you a couple different things that you can do. So if you have a font that you want to use as like a text logo, like you have a font that you really like the way that your name looks in or whatever, you can load it in where I showed you, and then it'll be available to use as a font. So like here where it says logo, I could write my name, and then I could select, like I remember I just added that rock salt. So let's say I want it, I want to see what it looks like with rock salt, but I don't want this background color, right? I want the background to be transparent, but once the whoops, Once the background is transparent, we're not going to be able to see the text because the text is white. So I want to make the text my primary color, right? It's loaded in already. Here's where my global colors show up, right? So there. And then if I save changes and I can preview it, and you can see, I mean, that doesn't look very good, but just to give you an idea, if you have a text that you like, it just really makes it easy to put your name in your like logo text. Let me see if I can find a font that looks better. This one doesn't look that good either, but like, let's say I want to make it bigger. You know, you can change the size, do whatever. So this is the beauty of finding a font that you really like. And I'm going to show you in a minute how you can actually write your name and find a font, and then upload it and then easily put it in anywhere that you want, like a logo looking thing. Now, neither of the fonts that I use look really good, but I just wanted to show you that is one idea that you can use with these global fonts to easily just make a really cool logo out of your name. The other thing that you can do is, so let's say like this color is not one of my global colors. So there's a couple different things I can do. If I, let's say I decide, well, I really like the way that this color looks with this pink, and I want to make it one of my global colors because I think I want to use it on a regular basis together. So all I would do is if I click on column, see how it shows background color? I can grab this hex code, copy it, and then I can come over to my color palette. And let's say I want to swap out the gold with this purple. So when I click on the purple, I can highlight it and replace it with the gold. And now I would have to click confirm and it would swap it out and make it into one of my global colors. And so that way, remember I showed you the page where it made one of the boxes purple, that box would have been this color. And personally, I think these two colors, I'm actually going to say confirm. I think these two colors look better together, and I never really used that purple anyway. So I just switched it that easily. So now my color palette just changed, and you know, where before it had the purple here, now it has this brownish gold color here. So that's how easy it is to add a new color to your color palette. And then the other thing that you can do, so let's say you don't want this color, you want to add it you want to make it one of your your colors. You would just select it like that and it changes it out. So it's really once you have those global colors in there, it's so easy to just go through and just click on each thing that has a background color and change it in a click of a button to to your colors or whatever, so that you can easily tweak any page. Even if it didn't automatically load those colors, you can easily tweak everything to put your colors in. So it's super simple. All right, let me see. All right, so before I'm going to show you how to find colors in the color palette, let me just check and see if you guys have any questions before I do that. Dan said I'm awesome. Dan, you're awesome. Thank you. Only new pages going forward, not all pages on the system. Oh, yeah, I got to show you that. Okay. That was the other thing I wanted to show you real quick before I show you how to find color palettes is, okay, so remember I showed you in global styling, page styling, and how you can add a background image. So again, this is only going to apply to the page that you're working on. So if you click on this, you can pick these are all images that I have uploaded, or you can upload a new one. Let's just select this image and I have it on repeat. If I click confirm, anywhere, any block that doesn't already have a background color added is going to show that image. So down here, you see how it has this image. Now, anywhere that has a background color, if I change the background color to transparent, it's going to put that image in. So I can have it show up, like I can have it here. This has white as a background color, so I can just make it transparent. And anywhere that I make it transparent, it's going to, it's going to add that image. So you can decide, how you want it to look. And this doesn't look good, I know that, but I'm just showing you how when you add an image in the page styling, it'll apply to the entire page, unless there's a background color in certain sections, like I showed you there was, but when you take them out, have the image on the whole page. So if you had like a cool background image that you wanted to be on the background of your page, that's how you would do it. And then if you decide you don't like that and you want to add a background color back in, then it's as easy to do as that. Just go add your background colors back in, leave the image where you want it or whatever. So again, that's under page styling. And if I decide I just don't want the image at all, I would just delete it. If I want to add a different image, just to give you an idea about what a different image might look like. I don't really have any that are good for backgrounds necessarily. Let's say I want to use, this is a picture of Wilmington where I live. Oh, I have this on repeat. So you could do like cover whole area. And, so you can see it's showing up as the background image now. Now, obviously this image doesn't work well either, but you could play around and, if you found like a cool background image that you wanted to use on your whole page, that's how that would work. I don't want an image, so I just removed it. And I already messed with all the background colors and stuff, so I would have to go back and put those back the way that they were, but I just wanted to show you how that worked. What Jim was saying in the comments, only new pages going forward, not on all pages on the system. So I think what you mean, Jim, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that when you change your global styling, it's not going to change, it'll just change new pages that you create. It's not going to go in and change pages you've already made, correct? Is that what you're saying? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Nate, I know you're excited, but I haven't even showed you the good stuff yet. Because I know you were wondering how to find colors that work well together. So I'm gonna show you that right now. All right, so let me give you some ideas for ways to find, if you don't already have a color palette that you're using on your website, let me show you some cool ideas. This is a site, it's Coolors, COOLORS, so like colors, but with 2 O's, cool instead of colors.co. And if you come to this page, first of all, there's a gazillion, color palettes on here. So if you just click start the generator and you hit the space bar, every time you hit the space bar, it just changes. So you could literally do this until you find a color scheme that you like. And then these are those color codes, like I was telling you, that you can just add into your global styling. So, you just keep hitting the space bar till you find something cool. And then you take the 5 colors, typically this one would be the primary, but it doesn't have to be. And then you would just add all of these. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to do this in a second, but I want to also show you some other really cool stuff that you can do with this tool. So if you're on Pinterest, and you don't even have to like actively use Pinterest, let me show you a really cool idea. You can create a board in Pinterest and name it like color palette. I might already have one. How do you spell palette? Create. So what it's going to do, if you're calling it color palette, it's going to pull up some stuff that it thinks I might like, because it's going to use color palette as a keyword. And you don't only have to add stuff like this to your color palette board, but what you can do is like, so like, let's say I like these colors, I like these colors, anything I like, I can just click on and it'll add it to this board. You know, some stuff I'll like, some stuff I don't necessarily like. You know, these are really like my kind of colors. And this is going to be different for everybody, what you like and what you don't like. But you can literally just like select some different things that you like, click done. And so, you know, it's adding these here. And then you can, if you hang out on Pinterest, you know how easy it is to just add stuff to boards. So if you ever see like a post from somebody and you like the colors on it, or anything that, you know, would be a good thing to add to your color palette board, like colors that you like, check this out. This is a really cool thing that you can do with that site that I was just telling you about. Oh, my little screen capture thing closed out. So let me open this up. All right. So I have whatever screen capture tool you use. I use this one. You would screen capture your Pinterest board. And then I'm going to upload it to Screencast. I use TechSmith screen capture. You might use something else. So you can upload an image to Coolers or whatever, or you can use a URL. So to use a URL and you can do this for any image on the internet. So I'll show you after this, I'll show you another example of a way that you can do this too, like off of a website or whatever. But anytime there's an image that's like hosted somewhere on the internet, if you right click on it, you will get the image URL. So here's the image. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to click copy image location. And then I'm going to come back to this Coolers website. And here where it says create palette from photo, I'm going to click on that and see you can upload an image. So if you save the image to your computer, you can upload it from there. URL, I can put in that URL from the image location that I just uploaded. And what it's going to do is it's going to upload my picture, and it's going to give me this color palette. So if I click open in generator now, it opens this color palette. If I like, this is based on the pictures that I saved. It made this color palette for me. So if I like this, I can use this. But if I don't, I can just hit the space bar until I find a color palette that I like. So this is a really good way to just play around with different color palettes. And again, once you find one you like, you would just take these color codes and add them into your global styling. So that's one tip. Another way that you can do it is by you can take a screenshot of somebody's website. If you see a website that has like a color scheme that you like, you can take a screenshot of the whole website, or you can right click on any image and just get the image URL. And let me see if I can wait, hold on a second. Let me make sure I didn't lose you guys, because yeah, I thought you would like that, Nate. This will give you so many good ideas for ways to come up with colors. But let me show you a couple other. So, well, let me show you, trying to think of what's a cool website that has cool colors on it? Anyone? I don't even know how to spell her name. Let's see if this is it. Okay, so here's a website, right, that has, you know, it's not very exciting colors, but like here's an image. If I right click, well, that's not, I guess this whole thing is probably an image. So that's not a good example, but anyway, let's say like I kind of like these colors. I can do the same thing I did before and just screenshot her website, right? And do the same thing I did before and put this into Color Picker, you know, put the URL into Color Picker and have it generate a color scheme based on these colors. And you can do this for any website. I'm just going to do this one real quick. Open it, and then I'm going to right click on it. Copy image location. Come in here. I'm going to add this image from a URL. So here's the color scheme it generated based on that. Open in generator. And now again, I can just click on the space bar until I find that looks similar to kind of like the color scheme that she has going on. But anyway, you would just keep going through until you find colors that you like. So let's say I wanted to use these colors. All I would do is, like, if I wanted this to be my primary color, I would highlight it. Oh, and you can save colors to favorites here too. I mean, there's a lot that this site can do. 443742. I don't know if it's, oh, yeah, copy it. And then I would just come in here to my color palette and I could put it in there. And you can see it edited in here. So I would just do that for each of the colors and I would add them in, and then I would have a whole new color palette. It's not going to save it until I click confirm. So I'm not going to confirm it, but let me just, let me just grab another one just to show you. So like this one, copy this one, come over into here, put it in here, boom. So you can see that it's gradually changing my whole color palette over to this color palette. So easy to do. All right, so I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to actually save those. And then the other way that you can really easily find colors, like if you're on a website, like let's say you're on this website and you're like, well, I don't like this website as an example because it's not very colorful. Let me find a website. Hers is more colorful. All right, let's say you're on this website and you really like this blue and you want to use this in your color palette. There is, on Google Chrome, there is an extension called Color Picker. So I have my extensions here on Chrome extensions. It's called Color Picker Eyedropper, and it's free and you can just add it as an extension in Chrome. And then you just select it. And then when you hover over the color, it gives you the hex code right here. You see that? So, oops. So I can just select this and then I can add it to my color palette. So that's another really cool way to find, if I hover over this, it'll give me that hex code. So it's cool. I love this eyedropper thing because it's a really good, easy way to find the hex code for any color. And then again, when we add them in to our global styling, they're also readily available to use for fonts. Like I showed you with like this, like you can, like, let's say I want my headline to be a different color. I would just go in here and you'll see here's my color palette. So I can just select whatever color I want and it'll automatically change it, whatever you have in your color palette. So once you have your colors loaded into your color palette, you can use them interchangeably and they'll look good together. Okay, so that's, I don't like how that color looks at all with that, but so anyway, that's how a bunch of different ideas for ways to find colors. And then the last thing I want to show you is just for fonts. Like I showed you how you can easily add fonts. You can only have 8. So if I want to add another font, I have to delete one. So if I want to add a font that's already built in, I showed you how to do that. If you want to add a custom font, my favorite website, and I know I've talked about this on some other trainings, is called Dafont, DAFONT.com. And you can go in here and it'll automatically show you like the newest fonts, but you can also select based on these different categories: Gothic, basic, script, all this different stuff. So like if you like calligraphy, you could select calligraphy and it'll show you a bunch of calligraphy fonts. If you like handwritten, it's got handwritten fonts. And like if you go to the bottom and look, like there's 358 pages of handwritten fonts. There are so many good fonts on this website and they're all free. Brush fonts. So let's say that you want to create like a logo, like I showed you, like you want a cool font to use as a logo or whatever. You could download one of these and upload it. You would just download it and it'll put it on your computer. And then you would just come over here to upload custom font. And I'll show you. I downloaded a font the other day. There's other places that you can download fonts. You can also purchase fonts. So I downloaded one the other day from Creative Market. Creative Market, you can purchase fonts. So let me see if I can do this. Upload a file, and I will come to fonts. I'm going to go to modern line. And it's going to upload my font, and I'm going to click select. And it's called Modern Line. And then add. So you'll see it added it right here. That's how easy it is to add a font. So let's say confirm. And now let's say I want to change this out. Sometimes you have to refresh. Yeah, you have to refresh the page to get it to load the new font in. So I refresh the page. So now let's say I want to change this out to Modern Line. There you go. So now it's too big. So again, I would just change the size or whatever. And now if I find a font that I really like the way that my name looks, I can just use it on all my pages and that can be my logo. So that's one way to do it. And I'm going to show you how to create an image logo real quick as well that you can also use on all your pages. But before I do, let me just show you one cool thing about Dafont. If you type your name in or any word that you're looking to create a cool font for, click submit, it'll put it in to all the fonts. So like you can literally type your name in and go through and see what your name looks like in all these fonts and be like, oh, I like the way my name looks like that. And then download that font and then upload it into your funnel builder and use it as your logo. So that's one of the things I love about the font is it makes it easy to preview all the fonts at once in your name or in whatever you're going to use it for. Okay. And then one last tip, if you want to create an image logo, rather than having a text logo that you change out the text in the funnel builder, you can also upload a logo that's an image and then just add that image with the image widget. You would just drag it over anytime you wanted to add your logo. So the way that I suggest doing that, if you're creating like a text, logo, you would just come in. I use PicMonkey, but whatever you use, if you use Canva, whatever you use. And I always I make the background transparent because I just want the text, and I want the text to be able to lay on any background color that I have on my site. So I don't want there to be a background color. And usually I'll make like a dark colored logo and like a white logo, because if you're on like a black page and you want to put your logo on it, you want it to show up. So it helps to have it in white. So you would just like, add your text and, write your name or whatever, however you want your logo to look. And then you would just, put it in the font that you want. I don't know what font. Let's see. Right. So let's say this is going to be my logo. What I would want to do is, so I can make it whatever color I want. And again, I'll also make it in white, but I can make it like, my brand color. I can make it black. You could have like one in black, one in white, or you could use like your primary color and also white as well. So like, if I want to use my primary color, I would just take this. All right, and now it's my primary color. And then I'm going to crop it. And again, this background is going to be transparent. So I can put this on top of any page and the background won't show up. Apply, and then I would just download it to my computer. And then I can just upload it into, Google Chrome always confuses me. Like, I don't even know where it saved that to. It's probably in my downloads. So let me try this. So now, if I want to add an image, let's say I want to put an image logo in here instead, I would go here and I would click upload a file. See if it added it to my downloads. Yeah, there it is. And I would select it and it's going to upload it. And then I'd select it and boom, it puts it in. And then, you can change the size of an image in the funnel builder really easily. And then of course I would want to delete that text logo that I had. So now this is in my images. So anytime I want to add it, like let's say I want to add it again at the bottom, add a block. And I was like, let's say I want to put a footer in and I want to add my logo again at the bottom. I would just click here. It's already in there and I would just select it. And there it is. And then I could just make it whatever size I want. So that's another way to do it. You can do it in text or you could do it in an image. If you do an image, the thing about the image is like in PicMonkey, like you can add extra graphics to it or whatever you want to do to spice it up if you want more than just text. But what I love about the funnel builder is that you can just do the text logo like I showed you before. If you just upload a text that you like for your name, and it makes it really easy to do that. So that's it, you guys. I think I showed you everything I came here to show you tonight. Let me see if you guys have any other questions. Let me, I'll stop sharing my screen. Let me just check the comments again. Thanks, Jim. Yes, defont.com. Yeah, so why you would make it an image instead of just using a font. I just said it. I don't know if maybe you put that comment in before I said it, but if you do it as an image, you can add stuff to it. Like you might want a graphic or you might want to change, it's just easier. Like if you have like multiple things going on with your logo, sometimes it's easier to have an image. I was going to go back and show you guys, but I'm not sharing my screen anymore. But hold on a second. So let's say I'm going to uncrop this. So if you're creating a logo like in an image editor like this, like let's say I wanted to add some type of a graphic. This isn't going to look good. I'm doing this like on the fly, but let's just find something that I think I'm going to add. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with graphics. Let's say this looks terrible, but like, let's say I wanted to do something like this and you know what I mean? Like this looks awful, but if you want to spice it up and do stuff to it and have a logo that has, actually, I think they have in their templates, I think they have, let's say, they have like logos or whatever. Yeah. So stuff like this, like if you wanted to have, you find a cool one. So let's just say you want to have like your initials. I can change this to, mine looks terrible, but life coach, Amy Starr Allen, or there's all these different logos and you can customize them. With these images and stuff like that. So like if you wanted something like this, then you could change your name, change what this says or whatever. Always make the background transparent. I always do. Because then you can put this on any background. But then you would just crop it. I always crop the whole canvas, but you would crop it and then you would have the image. It would work better as an image than a font, or even just having like little things like that. Sometimes it's just going to work better. But if your logo is only font, then you don't need to make it an image. But there's a lot of stuff that's just easier. Like even something like this. This is just text, but it would be easier to just save this as an image than, like again, make the background transparent. I don't know why the half of the background's not transparent. Oh, there we go. Make it all transparent. And then, you would crop it. And save it as an image. And then something like this is going to be easier to work with than trying to have like two separate font boxes because they're separate sizes and everything like that. So it just depends what kind of logo you want to have. If it's just a straight font, just upload the font to the funnel builder. That's all you need to do. You don't need to have an image, but I just wanted to show you that it's real easy to upload an image if you do want to do that. Did I answer your question? I'm going to be up all night playing with new fonts and signature images. You bet. All right. All right. I don't see any other questions. So thank you guys for being here. And I hope that was helpful. Again, if you're interested, if you don't already own the HBA Funnel Builder and you're interested in checking it out, there's a button below this video that you can click and you can grab it for 25 bucks and do all this cool stuff and set up your global styling and just have fun with it. It's so much fun. It's so addicting. And it's such a great community. So if you click the button, if you end up purchasing the funnel builder, the person that referred you to this page, we're all affiliates for the Home Business Academy, and they pay 80% commissions. So if you love the funnel builder and you know other people that could benefit from this tool, you only pay $25 a month for it, but they pay $20 per month in residual commissions for anyone that you refer. So that's why we all rant and rave about it, because we love it so much. So whoever sent you to this page, if you click the button below, they will get credit for the sale, because we have this page coded in such a way that the person that sent you to this page used their affiliate link, and it's all good. The correct person will get credit for the sale. And yeah, and we would love to have you in our community. Once you purchase it, you'll get added to our community Facebook group, and you'll be able to come to our funnel builder masterminds once a month and just really tap into an amazing community of people. So let me know if you have any additional questions. If you're watching the replay, you can put your questions in there as well, and I'll make sure that they get answered. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you guys go out and create some amazing pages. I would love to see what you come up with and what you create. It's really a lot of fun, especially once you get your colors and fonts loaded into your funnel builder. It's so easy. It's just click, 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 and you can instantly change stuff, and it just makes it super, super fun to play with. So anyway, I hope this helped, and I love you guys, and I will see you next week. This replay will stay up for an entire week until I go live again next week. So feel free to come back. Like I said, I know I go fast, so come back and watch it again. And you can also share it with anyone else that this might help. And again, if you don't own the funnel builder yet, if you purchase the funnel builder and you want to be an affiliate, you'll get your affiliate ID, and you can use it in the link of this page where you see like the letters and numbers. You can put yours in there and then share this page with people. And if they purchase the funnel builder, you'll get credit for the sale. So it's a really easy way to get your tool for free, because when you make one sale, yours is almost free, right? Because you're getting paid 20 bucks a month and you're only paying 25. And if you refer two people, you're in profit. So that's why we all love, love, love this funnel builder. And it's just really easy to refer it to people because it is so awesome. It's like the best thing since sliced bread. And I feel like it's my duty on the planet to make sure that as many people as possible learn about it, because I think there's a lot of people out there overpaying for tools that don't do nearly as much as this one does. This one just makes it so, so, so easy. So All right, let's see. Awesome examples. Thanks. Thanks, Amy. I learned a few things. I had no idea it could do so much. Yeah. This is just the tip of the iceberg. That's why I decided to do separate sessions for some of these different features. It does so much. Awesome stuff. Been working along with you in my funnel builder. It's definitely very intuitive. Hi, Hyacinth. You're welcome. Great info. I was late, but I learned a lot. Yeah, check the replay, Dave. Good. I'm glad you guys learned something new. Yeah, it's amazing that we have this amazing tool at our fingertips, and yet it's hard to even utilize everything that it can do because it does so much. It really is a gift from God, in my opinion. So anyway, I love you guys, and feel free to watch the replay and share it, and I will see you back here next week, same time, same place. Love you.